get this on recording. Is it cool if
Yeah,
we
I'm gonna
record?
get my
Like,
snowboards in there.
is it cool if we record and put it on YouTube and our website?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, man. Yeah. Let's just start with your name and how you got into snowboarding.
My name is Eli Miller, and I got into snowboarding off a dare. One of my buddies said, "Hey, let's go up to this mountain." I was like, "I've never done it before," and he's like, "Well, you'll be fine at it." And I was like, "Okay." And then first one I ever took was a double black diamond, and I was helicoptering more than I was snowboarding.
Wait. Your first run ever was a double black?
But
Your first run ever was on
yeah,
a double black? At what? Where were you? What resort?
yeah, it was Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
Beach Mountain, North Carolina. All right. That's and how'd that go?
So it hurt, and I fell in love like right then. I was like, because like they're all passing me, they're all doing tricks and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to do that. So, I got to start with the basics. So I'm just turning, so that's what I worked on.
That's I love that. I never knew that. That was kind of a shock to hear, but I'm glad that it
Yeah.
worked and got you into the sport. I mean, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I ate a lot of snow. It tasted good too.
How long ago was that? I guess how many seasons do you have under your belt?
So that was like 2016. So like about 7 years,
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, that's
maybe don't check my math. I'm a snowboarder, not a mathematician.
no, that's about just 7 years because we haven't really had 24, 25 yet. So
Yeah.
you're on the point. That's awesome. Um, what would you say that snowboarding like does for you? Does it give you like a certain kind of feeling or like an escape? What about snowboarding like makes you
Uh, honestly, it's an adrenaline rush. Like every time like you strap your boots on, you get your board on your feet, and then it's always the first run. Like you're always gonna have a smile on your face as soon as you get to the bottom, and it's peaceful. It's a demanding sport, so like it takes a lot of exertion, with energy, and you're always tired by the end of it. So it's a good outlet. It's also a workout as well. Um, it's whenever and the people there are always amazing. They're always pushing and driving you on to do better things and always friendly. You can always ask questions and if you ever need any help, the community is always there as well.
like? Yeah, yeah. Peaceful and adrenaline rush. I think I know where you're going with that, but could you go more into that?
So peaceful as in like it's it's a it's a single person sport, so it's just you and the board, and you look up, you're on top of a mountain or on top of a hill somewhere. There's trees all around. Snow is always peaceful, and especially when it's a nice powder day, that's all you see, just snow coming down. You're like, this is awesome. Like you don't really want to get off of it, and like adrenaline rush. Like I don't know if you're in the park or doing tricks or something like that. Like you land that first trick that first time, you're like, holy crap, I just did that. Like, and then that's something else underneath your belt, and you can say you've done it, and then keep doing it, and show off to your friends, and show off to random people, and just have a good time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Uh, would you say that's like what brings you back or I guess I don't even want to put words in your mouth, like with that adrenaline rush and like showing off to your friends and like pushing each other, and being able to ask for help. Is that kind of what brings you back year after year, would you
Oh
say?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it till my body can't.
Well, yeah. I mean, take care of your body first, but like,
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to make sure you stretch. That's my number one rule. Always stretch.
you pulled stuff or like injured yourself more from snowboarding?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. I mean, I think first is motorcycle and then second snowboarding. So it's it can get pretty gnarly, like last season I tore my meniscus. Um, I mean, I still kept going, probably shouldn't have, but it's that much of a hook, you just don't want to stop.
Yeah,
Um, broken a collarbone doing it, but I mean, I think the reward outweighs the risk. So just start small, do what you can, and you know, go from there. As long as you're having fun, you're doing it right.
yeah, for sure, for sure. The reward definitely does outweigh the risk. Um, Part of the reward for me is like getting to travel to all these other resorts and get to see. I'm really getting to see like the whole country. Like I love some of the resorts out east. I really like the ones out west.
Who
But
doesn't?
yeah, right. But obviously, Ohio is always home. That's where I kind of grew up doing it. Um, where would you say, like, I guess, would you consider Ohio like snow trails home resort, or is it beach mountain? Where would you say is
I would definitely say snow trails is just because I've done a lot of progression here. I'd say the beach got me into it though. So I would say I started off somewhere and like you said, you travel like going down to West Virginia, going to Montana, going Ohio, just wherever there's snow, there's going to be people trying to go down it. So
where in Montana have you been?
we went to the Great Divide.
Ooh,
And it was
cool. How'd you like
yeah, it
that?
was pretty cool. It was nice. It was a lot. It was a lot bigger. But it was really nice. We got some fresh snow out there, and there's definitely a difference. Snowboarding or skiing on the east and compared to the west. I would tell anybody. I'd recommend to anybody. Sometimes they're expensive, but take that ski trip.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not gonna regret it.
no, definitely. And like it feels like it's so rewarding just spending that money. And I know it is like a ton of money. Like that's that's my main challenge with the sport is finding the money to do it. But
Hmm.
it seems to be worth it every single time. I don't know what it is about it. It's kind of it feels like an addiction, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I could agree with that. And but it's also I think it's money well spent. There's never going to be a point in time where you're 20, 21 years old, and I wouldn't say you're at your peak, but you're definitely young. So like, this money like that comes and goes, but it's a memory that's going to last forever. So it's
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess I mean maybe not in life, but certainly in like athletics, I would say you're probably at peak, like in your 20s when you don't have a
yeah,
lot. Might as well do it.
yeah. Might as well bite the bullet, send it.
Yeah, you know, you'll make more. I kind of look at it as like it's money well spent, and it's not going to be the last dollar that I make. So there's always more
Right,
coming.
right. But you can never recreate that memory.
No, you can't. No, I mean some of the best actually, that's a good point. Yeah. What are some of your favorite memories from snowboarding?
Uh, I don't know. I got a lot. So it's like I don't know, like landing a big air jump or like just I don't know, like you get so you like I guess one of the best memories is the memory that keeps reoccurring is you feel so free. Like you have one goal and you're locked in on something and that's all you can think about. So I guess like that's that's my best memories. Like pretty much anytime you're doing something cool or something crazy, and you're like, I'm locked in, I'm dialed in. Like let's send it, let's go. And those are probably the best times.
Yeah, yeah. There is a freeing part to it. I mean, I've talked about this in other ones, but like you get to just pick your line wherever you want to go down the hill. You can ski the same run 100 times in a day. It's never going to be the same. Like something about it changes
Hmm.
every time. It's just it's it keeps the sport interesting. It's never the same run, you know.
Yeah, and it does. Like everything's changing, dynamics are changing, angles are changing, snow's changing.
Yeah,
I don't know, like the people you meet at the top of the hill aren't going to be the same people you meet the next time you're at the top. So it's always constantly changing.
that's another great thing that I like about the sport is the chairlift rides. Like especially when you're talking about doing it by yourself. I love going out by myself, and it is just there's nothing else really like it where you get to meet. At least in my experience, there's nothing like it where you get to meet like 100 new people a day for 5 minutes on a chairlift,
Yep.
and they're
Yep.
all like down to earth. They all want to talk. It's just I don't know. I really enjoy getting to meet the new people with it.
That and like you'll meet people from all over. Like last season I was teaching this girl, her name was Lee, but her Chinese name was okay, I don't remember that. But she was from China. And I was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I go to school in Columbus and I've never snowboarded. And I got to help her, teach her how to snowboard. And I never would have thought, teaching someone from China, like the ethnicity is definitely different. Like I had this group of a group of eight, and they were all probably like mid 25s, early 30 Indian guys. One of them had a speaker, and they were just blaring music. They were laughing, having fun. And I'm teaching them basic turns, and they're just like, when someone did something right, they're all hooting and hollering. They're saying, "Yeah," cheering them on. And I'm like, it was awesome.
Uh, did you get either of those groups? Did you get like recurring lessons with them?
I did, yeah, I did. I had this 9-year-old. He was 8 last year. His name was Renner, and him and I have worked through so much. Like he was a skier before and transitioned to snowboard. And the first year was a little shaky. Second year, he's ready to hit jumps. He's like, "How do I hit this jump?" And I was like, "Bend your knees. Look where you want to go." And dude, he's a shredder. I think he's coming back again this year, which
Ooh,
I'm looking forward to teaching him.
those are always my favorite when you get the kid like or person. I don't know, but the kids are always so much fun because the way that their face lights up. Adults don't
Hmm.
really do that, but the kids aren't afraid to like go jump around and
Right.
I got it, I
And
got
then yeah, and then when they fall, they're just like they just look at you and they start smiling. I'm like, well, yeah. And then how you gonna get up? Let's do it again. He's like, okay. I'm like, let's do it.
it. Yeah, no, and that's a really rewarding part that I want to get into is the instructing part and having those people come back week after week or year after year and get to really help them progress and watch them take the next steps in their snowboarding or skiing. I really
Yeah,
love that. That's it feels like giving back. I would say that's my main way of giving back to the community.
yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure.
So on that note, how did you get into instructing?
Um, well, honestly, I love to snowboard, and when I first met Jack, he's like, "Well, do you want a free lift ticket? All you have to do is teach people how to snowboard." And I'm like, "Yeah." So then, I that's how I got introduced to teaching was just because just being on the board. If you spend more time on the board, the more comfortable you are. So even teaching, like you could be running through a lesson and then you figure something out for yourself, and then use that technique for yourself, and then you can also pass it along as well. So getting into teaching wasn't really my goal, but it ended up being something that I really enjoyed. And then I went and got my level 1. here I am trying to take it somewhere else.
Yeah. I love that figuring it out for yourself, like in the middle of a lesson, and you're explaining to them, and they're learning, and then all of a sudden something clicks for you. That like I've done that. I don't know how many times I've done that, and it's just it elevates your own teaching, and it really seems to give you a better understanding of the sport. I would say, at least in my
Oh
experience.
yeah, yeah, I would say so for sure. Because even when you're going down, so you do like one footed toe J turns and one footed heel J turns. Um, just being comfortable, like even in some of the lessons, we would have people that would ride goofy, and goofies where you put your left foot forward instead of your right. So I demonstrate with my left foot, and I'm not too comfortable with that, but by the end of the season, I was feeling pretty comfortable with the amount of times I've done it. So is even teaching is a way for yourself to get better too. You can get good at both feet, one foot, and then show them something and then watch them take off.
Yeah. With Renner, and Lee too. Did you have them from like very first lesson, first time on boards?
I did. Yeah, I did. I remember they both the first time I taught Lee, she had a rental board. And then I think it was like the second or third time I taught her, she's like, yeah, I was having so much fun. I went out and got her own board, got her own boots and everything. And I was like, oh, you're committed now. She's like, I just love it. I'm like, that's the way to do it. And with Renner, he got his first board, and he liked all the stickers that I had on my board at the time. And he's like, where do I get some of these stickers? So next time I went out to the shop, so I don't know if it went blank or not. But next time I went out to the shop, I went and got him a couple stickers, and then he's like, dude, I love this board even more now. And I'm like, nice, dude. And yes, he got his board for Christmas one year, and he just he did get a pair of new overalls last season, and he was so excited to show me. That's the first thing he said. He's like, "Look at my overalls. They're new. They're green." And I'm like, "Nice." So,
And I don't know if you want to share it or not, but how old is? They seem like they're kids. Yeah.
uh, Renner is gonna be 10 this year. I think Lee is gonna be 24.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's like a little bit of the both. You get a kid, and then you get a 20-year-old, and then I also had this farmer. His name was Dylan, and he came out there bare knuckles, no gloves. Like he was tall. Like I say, like 6'5". He was tall, and it was his first time ever doing it. And we got him to the top of the beginner hill and did a heel slip. Started to get the board straight a little bit, and he played hockey too. And this dude, like he caught on pretty quick. Um, but Dylan was really good. I haven't seen him since last year, but he caught on pretty quick. I don't think he needed another lesson. He was catching on pretty quick.
Wow.
But he was mid 30s though.
Okay, that's impressive for a 30-year-old to be catching on that quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Because
Um,
I remember he got snow in his beard, and he's like, "Well, the snow is just gonna cover up the white hair, so you'll never know." And I'm like, "Hell yeah."
uh, did you like? I mean, did you like make him go grab gloves, or was he good? Like,
Yeah, no, he was. I offered him my gloves. I offered him a spare set of gloves. He said he's good. He's like, I don't plan on falling that much, and I was like, okay.
okay,
So
yeah, that's the way to do it. Don't plan on falling.
yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, he was a good one. I'm hoping to see him back this season. If he takes another lesson or not, even if like, and that's the other thing too. Like when you teach people, like they come for a lesson for an hour, 30 minutes or something like that, and then you'll see them out on the resort. And even though it's not a lesson, you can still give them pointers and tips. Like catch a chairlift up with them and talk to them, like see how their progression's going.
Yeah, I love it's predominantly the school groups that that happens to me with, but you get some kids from the school group and they come up, they take lessons for the first couple of weeks, and then they kind of a lot of them start to drop out of the lessons. They just go off with their
Hmm.
friends. But you catch that chair up
Yeah.
with them, and you're like, oh, I recognize you. And
Yep.
yeah, I love talking with them about how it's going and what they're working on in their skiing and boarding. That's that's always super fun to see them outside of that lesson setting.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's always a good time. But what about you? What do you think your favorite lesson was?
Oh, my favorite lesson by far. Um, this little kid, he was probably about 6, and his family is from India, uh, never skied before, and they all showed up like every week, did private lessons, and they would usually like request a second hour. So it was always great getting to meet them. Parents were super nice, sisters were both really nice, and I got the son, and he and I would go out every week, and we worked on like our pizza at first, and then we eventually got to parallel, and then we were doing like really low angle carving,
Hmm.
and he's like, I started showing him videos like just going up the lift. I was like showing him kind of like some park stuff, and then some like alpine racing stuff, just trying to see where he wanted to go with it, and he thought both were pretty cool until it was Big Air weekend, and
Yeah.
we're going up the triple, and he's like watching all these guys huck it off the jumps and do these flips and threes and 720s, and it's just like that looks so cool. I want to do that, Christian. I want to do that. I'm like, okay, cool. I can't really teach you how to do that, but
Yeah.
let's go over to the park and maybe we'll work on some boxes. And so we head over to the park, and he's standing at the top and kind of going over like, all right, this is what you want to do. You know, don't really think about it too much. Just stay balanced. You're gonna want to jump on and then jump off. And it was like, I'll demonstrate first, and then you can come down after. And he just did not hear that whatsoever. He took off and he hits the box. I had my phone out, thankfully, and I got recording. And he pured it. I mean, perfect perfect approach, landing and takeoff, or whatever that is. AT.
Yeah.
No, it was that was such a even though I didn't teach him how to do the box, it was taking him from like never being on skis to hitting a box and carving. It was really rewarding. I'd say that's been my favorite lesson so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. I could imagine. I bet his face lit up like Christmas.
Oh yeah, dude, that kid was on top of the world. Nothing was taking him down that day, and
Yeah.
yeah, I really hope to see him back this year. So
It sounds like he's going to progress pretty well. But that's also what I'm talking about too. Like that adrenaline, you feel invincible. It's addicting for that reason.
no, it is. It definitely is. It's just especially like early on, it's fun to go out and kind of ride and take it slow, and then I feel like later on it starts to get more and more addicting the better and better you get. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
you start
Oh
getting
yeah.
good at park or good at carving, and you can get that power, bigger and bigger adrenaline rushes. That's just
Hmm.
yeah, you're hooked, dude. You're doing this for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what gets you the most, honestly. Is just you do it one time or you attempt it one time and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that.
No, for sure. That and the people. I don't know. What do you, I guess would you say people are a big part of why you keep coming back? I'm curious.
Yeah, I would. I would.
Okay. Snow trails I love, but it's at other resorts too. The vibe, I feel like I love the people. I mean, that's like the whole reason I'm flying back here for Carnival.
Hmm.
People,
Yeah. The people I wouldn't even say necessarily make or break it. They just make it. Like just going there just to hang out. Even if you don't snowboard or ski, like even if you just go hang out. If you're just there to like the tube or whatever, go up and just socialize and like just listening to people's stories, their backgrounds, like their experiences has just been awesome. Because you're gonna meet pretty much every aspect of the world because it just brings people together.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah. It's definitely very unifying. Um, and and even like after the day's over, I mean, going out and you like see them in the bar, just up with their family or friends, eating pizza and having a couple beers. I love just like stopping in and saying hey and then continuing on. I love
Yeah,
seeing them enjoying like the entire resort, the, not just après or not just skiing.
yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, going just seeing them anywhere, like because there's a Walmart right around the corner from Snow Trails. Like even when you go there, like I've seen people that I've snowboarded with or saw at the resort. Like you'll just see them anywhere. Like and the more people you have an impact on their life, and more people you meet, it's just I think there's just more friends you can have later on. Like and like you said, when they're up at the bar after everything's like closed and done, you're exhausted after the day, just going up to get a beer or water or whatever, like just to see people there, just hang out with them. Like you spent all day snowboarding or skiing, having fun, and then meeting all these people, and then you all go to the same spot and just socialize. It's honestly one of the best feelings, and like you make really good connections there.
No, it seriously is. Yeah,
And I would tell anybody this like antisocial or have anxiety or anything like that, come to a resort. Like I think it'll drop pretty quickly because like you'll meet people there with the same characteristics, the same quirks, the same funny attitudes, and you'll fit right in anywhere.
especially on the instructing side, because then that forces you to be social.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would
Yeah.
totally
Because
agree.
I've had numerous kids where like they want their dad or their mom to hang out for a little bit, just to go over the lessons, just to get more comfortable with you. and and that's totally fine. I'll teach their mom or their dad. I like they semi know what they're doing. Hang out, enjoy the lesson. This is your kid's lesson, but also be a part of it. Like you're a big figure in their life. We can all do it together.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And there's especially when you get to light that kid up in front of his parents. I feel like that's really a lot of fun for me personally.
Yeah, and it's a personal accomplishment. It's also an accomplishment for them. But And I was the same way. Renner kept coming back was because he was so scared to get on a snowboard, but his mom hung out for like the first lesson or two, and like for because they did a 2 hour, pretty much every time, which has been cool. But his mom would hang out for like the first little bit, and then I say like by the fifth or sixth lesson, he's just like, "Okay, mom, I'm going. Goodbye." And I was like, hell yeah, dude! Like, let's do it. So he got real comfortable, and like if you're comfortable with the person that's teaching you, you're gonna be more comfortable in the environment, and the environment is you snowboarding or skiing. So you're gonna see better results.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, getting to build that trust with them. That's another like really valuable thing I would say. Just taking a complete stranger and be like, "Hey, I got you. Like, you're not gonna kill yourself today.
Yeah,
You'll be good." You know,
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, and that's awesome. Like that really is like just to see them light up, just to see them having fun. It's always fun for me.
yeah, no, for sure. I do want to honor our time commitment. I told you it'd be capped at half an hour. We're like about 5 minutes out. So we can start wrapping it up here. I guess what would you say? I usually end them with like some advice, more so for the instructors. But as an instructor, what would you say some advice would be for people looking to get into the sport or looking to get into instructing?
Um, I do it. I don't. Best advice I can tell you is um, go try it once, and you'll never want to get off it again. And if you're interested in instructing, we definitely have some spots open at snow trails if you're local. If you're not, then I'd just send it. It's just like when you're trying to do something in life, the more you think about it, the more you hesitate, the longer it's going to be. So if you jump on that train now, you'll be the conductor by the end of the ride.
Yeah,
So best advice I could tell you is don't wait, just do it.
I agree. Your life is now. Don't waste it.
Mm, exactly.
Definitely come teach us snow trails because Utah's stealing all of our instructors.
Yeah, they are. But yeah,
All
I
right, man.
don't think I'm any different. But
Well, thank you
all
again
right,
for
yeah,
doing this. I really appreciate it. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
not a problem. Let me know if there's anything else.
Yeah, well, take care, man. See you soon.
Thank you. Yeah, and stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
All
All
right.
right, bye, man.
Bye.